Okay, so wait, car. This is the problem doing this video on the country roads. Cars come past and there's not a lot of room. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a small road, you know.
So, the story starts. We left Kuala Lumpur on the 28th at midday. It was raining in KL, so we decided to go to the airport very early. Our flight was not till 9 p.m. Kuala Lumpur airport was pretty chill. We ate Taco Bell, relaxed. We got on our first flight with Etihad to Abu Dhabi. Everything was great, right? In this point, like, we had like nice seats because we checked in early, and yeah, like, I kind of got a good rest. We started to get a bit of bad luck because on the Etihad flight, when the first meal come around, there was no choice.
I think that's how it started.
It all started from that moment with the food.
I think it all started with the food, yeah, because it's like they run out of choices for food. Because the first cabin crew, they're asking some of the passengers like, do you want chicken or beef?
Or vegetarian, right?
Or vegetarian, yeah, because of course, like, some people are vegetarian. And then when it comes to us, babe,
yeah, we just got given one.
yeah, they just gave us like chicken. I was like, what is it? I was like, what is this? And she was like, oh, that's chicken. But they did not ask us for a choice. Yeah, like, or beef or something.
Which is kind of disappointing. I know, like, we're only flying economy and stuff, but we still paid like €500 each for our ticket. So, like, you would expect a choice of food, and being the fine vegetarians that we are,
yeah, because it's actually,
I really wanted vegetarian, believe it or not.
Exactly, because, you know, I cannot really eat meat when in the plane because it makes me feel sick. So I decided to go for vegetarian, but then they don't have the option.
This is first world problems, I suppose. But it's still disappointing. You pay all that money for the ticket and you don't really get the service. So the food was pretty terrible on Etihad, which is surprising for me because I flew with them a few times and both times they were great, but this time it wasn't so good. But anyway, we got to Abu Dhabi. We had a 2-hour layover, right?
Actually, Abu Dhabi airport is so nice.
Great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We just went straight through. No questions asked.
So hassle-free.
Yeah.
So easy.
Straight onto the next plane, really, pretty much, right?
Yeah, exactly. Though we have like 2 hours layover in Abu Dhabi, I think.
Yeah. But like by the time we like got off and walked to the next gate and gone through, we just had time to pee and then got on the next flight.
Exactly.
But we were already tired at this point, I suppose, after a 7-hour flight. Then we sat next to a family with kids. And guess what? The kids were screaming, crying. And I said to Lai, there goes our sleep for this flight. So that flight was pretty terrible because we're in the middle of the middle row with 4 seats, stuck between a family with crying babies. Which, I don't mind the babies crying, you know, babies cry.
Yeah, it's understandable because it's like, of course, it's the baby. But then I think for us, it's just, since we wanted to rest and have a good sleep in the plane, we cannot. We cannot. So, yeah.
So we was awake for the whole second flight for 7 hours. And now this is where the story gets very interesting. We arrived from Abu Dhabi to Manchester and we nearly missed our flight, right, Lai?
Yeah, because we only have like 1 hour
layover, right?
And our flight from Abu Dhabi to
Belfast.
No, like Manchester.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi to Manchester was a bit delayed for like 15 to 20 minutes because of the
runway.
Yeah, it was traffic. They're having traffic in the runway. So
me and Lai was on the plane and I kept saying to Lai, like, oh, this sucks because our flight wasn't connecting. It was self-check back in with EasyJet from Manchester to Belfast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
it's just like 1 hour, so we really have to run.
Yeah. Basically what happened is when we got off the plane, we started to run because Lai had to pass through immigration in Manchester.
Yeah.
Come on, ask. And then
from
We got to Manchester immigration, and literally everyone on our flight was not from the UK. It was all like foreigners, so the queue was just mad.
yeah, for like foreigner passport holder. So it's like for you it must be so easy because
Easy,
there's
yeah.
no line
Yeah.
for the British passport. So it was so funny because it's like good thing I was with Tom because
Yeah.
Tom can talk to the officers, you know,
Yeah.
and
So what I did, I just went up to the officer and I was like, I'm so sorry, but we have a flight going to Belfast and it leaves in like I think it was like 45 minutes at this point.
yeah,
And she
45
was
minutes
like,
only.
oh, you've left this way too short. But she pushed us right to the front of immigration. She told the immigration officer that we had a flight. They didn't even ask Lai any questions. They said, oh, you have the visa. Is this your partner? They asked me, are you with her the whole time? I just said yes. They literally stamped the passport and their
then-
immigration said, get to level 5 quickly, otherwise
yeah,
you're going to
they
miss your
really
flight.
they really help us as well to like where to go for the flight. So
But
good job.
but the funniest thing after was she said, get to level 5, which we was on level 1. And then we got to the lift and there was Manchester airport was so busy, a massive queue for the lift. I had to run up 5 flights of stairs with all the bags.
Exactly.
So obviously I didn't think about to get out the camera. And then by the time we got to the 5th floor, me and Liz both like sweating obviously and stressed and
yeah,
tired.
we were literally running
Yeah.
around the airport because it's like, oh, where's the level 5? Where's the security?
Yeah.
So the moment we got into the level 5, we just have to go to the counter to check in, and then the officer, no, the counter was like the
Busy.
counter staff was like busy as well. And when they check our flight, they were like, "Oh,
You have to go now.
you have to go now. You don't have enough time."
So after we got pushed to the front anyway of the check-in. She like gave us the boarding cards and she was like, "Go quick!" But then security was mad busy.
Yeah, it
So
was so mad busy. I was surprised because it was the first time I arrived in Manchester as well.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
mine too. First time in Manchester Airport. Never again.
Yeah.
Never again. It's an absolute hole of
Was
a
it your
place.
first time as well, Manchester?
First time. It looks like an
Yeah.
old dirty basement.
It was like, you know, the queue for the security was so busy.
And what happened, like, right? I was asking the security, wasn't I? And they were like, when's your flight? And I was showing them the ticket. And they were like, oh, you still have time, wait. And I was like, no, we don't have time.
Yeah,
It's
we
like
don't
10
really
minutes
have
to the
enough
flight.
time, yeah.
And guys, the queue's so long, it's going to take us an hour. And then they just started calling our name, didn't
Yeah.
they, over the announcement?
Yeah, because like the moment we passed through the security, I checked the gate because I thought we can chill now because it's like, of course,
Few minutes
a
left.
few minutes left, and then we can just like walk
Yeah.
towards the gate. And then the moment the final call was calling Tom's name,
I was like, oh, my name was never called on the announcement before. And I was
Yeah.
like, now it is. And we literally ran to the gate and they were waiting, the air stewardesses at the plane door to close the door, wasn't it?
yeah, they were really waiting for us. We're the last passenger that they're waiting.
And we literally got on the plane,
Yeah, and it was like
flying.
You can hear. you
It's
can-
okay, go on.
Yeah, and it was like we really have to run from from the gate, I think. I
Yeah.
mean from the security to
The gate.
the gate.
Full sprint.
Full sprint, and then that was a fun experience. That was the first time as well.
We got on the plane, they literally closed the plane doors, so you can imagine how everyone was looking at me and Lai
Yeah,
when we
and
got
they
on
were
the
like-
plane, like, oh, these idiots delayed our flight. So sorry
Exactly.
to everyone on the flight Manchester to Belfast
yeah,
if you're
Manchester
watching
to
this.
Belfast.
It was not our fault though.
Yeah, we apologize for the inconvenience.
It was those at Manchester
Yeah.
Airport, their
I think
fault.
it was because of the security, because it was so busy.
Yeah, but they would not let us through when they can see the
Yeah.
time, which was ridiculous anyway.
And they were so strict as well. That's why you really have to take out all the liquids.
Yeah. So, like, do you like the stream?
Yeah, it's so nice here in Ireland.
The dog probably wants to go for a swim.
Yeah.
The next thing is we obviously got to Belfast Airport. it was fine. We didn't have to go through any immigration, obviously. Domestic flight, straight out the airport to look for the coach to Dublin. So you have to actually pre-book the coach, and a coach rolled up, and we just happened to be lucky enough
Yeah.
that there were seats available. So we paid, how much was it? 20 euros
20
each
euro. Yeah.
from Belfast Airport.
Belfast to Dublin Airport.
Yeah, and the driver, if he's watching this, he was a very cool guy. He also had a Filipina girlfriend or wife, and he was waiting for her to visit Belfast also. As we were driving to Dublin Airport, guys, I'm just going to say this now. In Ireland, there's a bit of an immigration problem about people going from the UK and sneaking into Ireland over the border. So we were on the coach, and then the Garda, which is the police here in Ireland, they pulled over the coach. The guards got onto the coach, and everyone had to give their passports.
Yeah, show the passport.
So Lyle explained to you why she can go into Ireland on a UK visa.
Yeah, because we have the short stay visa waiver program, like UK and Ireland program. So you can go through, you have to transit through the UK still, but you can go to Ireland for like 90 days, I think.
For 90 days.
For 90 days. So it was great because, you know, like the Irish immigration probably know about this. So they just like, oh, okay, it's all right.
It's all right. Yeah.
So,
but saying that, there were 3 people on the bus trying to come to Ireland like illegally. And the guards said, you don't have a visa, get off the bus. And they had the Garda van with the cells inside, and they were basically took off the bus, and God knows what will happen to those, but don't try and come without a visa, otherwise that's going to happen, right?
Exactly. When we arrived in Dublin Airport, we actually had to run for the bus going to Killarney, but then we missed the bus because it was like 1 p.m. I think.
Come over here, Carl. Sorry guys, this is a bit hard on the country roads. Go on, continue, like.
Yeah, so we actually missed the bus going from Dublin to Killarney. So we have to go by train.
So we missed the bus, like I said, from Dublin to Killarney. And then I had to come up with a new plan quick because the next bus didn't go for another 3 to 4 hours. So we had to hop on the local Dublin bus and get to Euston Station in the city, which is the main train station in Dublin. The train was at 3. We managed to arrive there by 5 to 3.
Yeah.
Bought a train ticket last minute, and I was shocked. Inflation prices in Ireland. Usually I'd pay 25 euro to 30 euro. This time, because it was last minute, I paid 50 euro for me and 50 euro for Lai. So that was pretty pricey, but once we got on the train, I was relieved because that train went straight to Killarney, which is my home place.
Yeah.
And we were
which is great. And it was my first time as well to hop on the train.
That's wild.
In Ireland, yeah. So I was so amazed. It was just quick anyway.
But I think like I put up a few clips, but to be honest guys, like we look like zombies. We'd been awake for how many hours, babe?
I think like for 30 hours.
30 hours, no sleep, running.
Yeah.
The minute we landed in Manchester, it was just stress, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was so massive. Like the queue for everything was so... It was so busy, and it was just like running around all over the airport, all over the place. We're literally all over the place, so... Yeah.
I told Lai after, I'm sorry babe, but I'm never doing that travel again. You have to get a better passport. Because that was, like, as you guys know, I've done some horrendous, like, bus journeys and crazy journeys in my time. But that was up there with one of the worst, just for stress. Like, because we could not miss the flights. And we were, like, so close to missing the flights. And then we missed the bus. But we finally made it. And we got to my house and we literally just... fell asleep, right?
So I think I was able to let Tom experience how it feels having a Filipino passport. Yes. Philippine passport. So
and guys, it's something you don't want to experience.
Yeah. So
even my Filipino friend who has an Irish passport now said, you see, this is the perks of having a good passport. You don't realize how lucky like us guys are. Even we complain about visas in Philippines or Thailand or wherever it may be, we are blessed compared to the other way around, for sure.
So yeah, and finally, after such a 2 days trip,
Yeah,
I think,
pretty much.
like sleepless 2 days trip, I think we were able to make it to Killarney.
And here we are, and from now on, all the videos are going to be from Ireland for the next month or
Yeah.
two. So
And we were lucky because I think it's summer here, right?
yeah,
So that's why we have beautiful sunny day today.
and winter coats on.
But still have to put the we still have to put the winter clothes on because it's so cold still, and I'm freezing cold. Like my hands, I can feel it.
But we're just taking my dog for a nice stroll
Yeah.
now, and tomorrow we will see you touring around Ireland. First proper video in Ireland after we recovered, right?
Yeah, we will go around Ireland for sure,
Yeah,
and we're gonna see more of like touristy place here.
yeah.
Of course,
Tour guide.
Tom will lead Tom will lead the way.
So
Of
that's
course,
it, right?
yeah.
See you tomorrow for the next video from Ireland.
Ciao.
Ciao. Lai wants to hold the dog for the outro of the video. Hold it tight, don't let go, Lai. Watch this, watch this. Come on, Ask. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Come on.